damn problems. I ain't got time for those problems. I need sex. You're too busy talking instead of giving me sex.
Talking all that shit all day.
She's like dressed in lingerie in a goddamn parking lot, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
What the hell? I didn't sign up for this. You're making the dude change the diapers, and that was the funniest scene. That scene right there kind of gave me a hint about where that Beyonce character was, because as soon as he's like, "Oh baby, I think it's your turn to change the kid's diaper." Hell no, I'm not changing. It's your turn, you son of a bitch.
That's what I'm saying. He's yelling. I mean, a dude is changing shitty diapers. And,
Yeah.
Hey, baby, it's your turn. No, it ain't.
No, it ain't.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure. No, it's not. Okay.
Shut up. Change them drawers.
But it doesn't end there though.
But no, it doesn't end right there, because now you're hoping that it will pick back up. You're saying, okay, let's see where this dude gets into more trouble. Let's see if he gets. Let's see if the police actually think that. Like, maybe she collected his sperm somewhere or something. She's so crazy. Who knows? But it doesn't do that.
No.
It turns into a Beyonce knows action flick.
It does. It becomes a Beyonce knows action flick mixed in with horror for some reason. I mean,
this chick is Michael Myers from Halloween,
yeah.
And she is and she's like Uma Thurman from Kill Bill or something.
Yeah, exactly. That's where it just turned retarded, because all of a sudden Beyonce turns into Liam Neeson from Taken, and she calls up the girl. There's a random scene where she just calls up the crazy girl, and she's like, "Don't you ever come in my house ever again. You're gonna have me to deal with." And then of course there's like a hero shot of her where she's smiling. She's like proud that she told her off, and and she's walking around the house like all of a sudden she's like Catwoman or something. And I'm like, what?
Well, that's a mistake that the movie makes, because she gets on the phone and says, "Yeah, bitch, I know it's you, and don't you ever come in my house again, or else I'm gonna take care of you myself." And so you're thinking, all right, this movie has just took a left.
Exactly.
But if we get a kick-ass cat fight, maybe clothes being torn off, and if this, even if they don't, okay, us, we're perverts. We want to see all the clothes taken off, but even if we don't get that, we just want to see a good fight,
something. Yeah.
But Beyonce, like, the girl comes back to the house. Beyonce knows it's like, oh shit, it's on now. And she's creeping around. They do the horror movie thing where you hear that.
Exactly. Yeah. All of a sudden, the crazy Tim turns into the alien from Aliens, and you start hearing alien music. Yeah. James Horner music starts kicking in.
But then you read it. It's like, okay, yeah, bitch, bring your ass up. Beyonce gonna take care of you.
Oh, no.
And Beyonce gets her ass kicked. She just talking shit to her. She's like, yeah, bitch, come on. Come on, bitch. I'm ready for you.
I'll show you kick in the face.
Yeah, boot to the head. They fall down steps and shit.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, this girl's just beating the shit out of her. And it's like, okay, man, you had one movie, it changed into something else. And while the movie was nice and trashy and kind of like a real bad soap opera, it's kind of like watching a Tyler Perry movie without the religion.
Exactly.
Like all the best parts
without
of Tyler
the religion,
Perry movie.
and shockingly enough, it did retain the comedy though.
Yeah, and no,
not in a good way.
Not in a good way at all. But like, this is good trashy fun.
Yeah.
But then they opt to go for this Beyonce knows part, which. Look, it's too late, all right? She's not that effective of a character in the movie.
Not at all. And it's like, honestly, it does feel like she's really shoehorned in the film that you can't help but think, Beyonce got a hold of that script and she's like, you know what? If this were really me, I would turn into a complete badass and I'd confront this girl. I want to be scared. I want to be terrified. And here, just give me the camera. Let me shoot it.
Yeah.
And what she ends up turning the film into is like, when you were kids, and you used to pretend like you were Indiana Jones, and like you would stand on top of the couch, and you're like, "Oh, I hope I don't fall off this couch because the floor, that's just hot lava with sharks swimming around ready to eat me. Oh, it's nothing but danger, danger, danger." And that's what it looks like. That they have like the dopiest fight scene in the attic where Beyonce is like balancing herself on the beams of the ceiling of the house. And they treat that shit like it is really Indiana Jones. The camera is going crazy. You see the dopiest, craziest looking shots of Beyonce trying to keep her balance while the crazy temp girl is like swinging with a 2x4. And you're like, what is this turning into?
No, you're right. They act like they're like fighting on the edge of a cliff.
Exactly.
And meanwhile, they're fighting on a staircase that is like 10 feet off the ground.
Staircase.
You're right, man. This is not Indiana Jones. This ain't some action adventure. This is we're in a house that is like not that hazardous. All right, this is not very threatening.
And the funniest thing is, like, of course, I ain't giving it away. Where you see in the previews where she falls through the ceiling, but she's holding on to dear life. I was like, but all of a sudden you look down and it looks like it's like a 100-foot drop.
Oh yeah, they make it look like they're fucking like hanging over a waterfall or something. Like you can see where the staircase was. Yeah. It wasn't that far from the ground, but when she's hanging from the ceiling, when she falls through, it's like that's a 100-foot drop. I'm like, what kind of fucking time warp kind of house are y'all living in? They
trying to turn that shit into the goddamn Return of the Jedi or something.
Yeah, what kind of
Emperor's gonna fall down to his death?
What kind of physics do you have in this house? What kind of dimension are you in where shit just changes like this?
Yeah,
and see what they failed to do is, I mean, hey people, let's face it, all right? Let's cut, let's not bullshit here.
Yeah.
This movie wants people to come in. They're luring people in with the temptation of this is every black woman's fantasy.
Right.
They want to beat the white girl who took their man.
It is.
And they couldn't even come through on that.
It turned into a ridiculous mess. I mean,
it
was really laughable. That whole beginning premise, it felt like such a different film. You forget about it. I mean, and the main guy who you're basically hanging out with throughout the whole movie disappears.
They give him the shaft.
They totally gave him the shaft.
Yeah, Idris Elba, man, they
even gave him a shaft at the last shot of the film. Where you see Beyonce. Of course, if you're retarded, she'll be all right.
Yeah.
But you see just a shot of her, and it's like they hired the guy who took the picture in 16 Candles, where it's like half a head.
Oh, it's like they gave,
and you don't see that guy. I mean,
it's almost like Stevie Wonder was walking by and it's like, "Hey, Steve, you want to do the last shot of this movie?" And because they just cut that dude's hair. It's like, what it looks like. Really, they do a freeze frame at the end of this movie that looks like a bad Polaroid picture.
Yeah, it does.
You get those pictures where somebody doesn't know how to work a camera.
Yeah,
and you're supposed to get two people in the shot, and you just get one. And in this one, you get Beyonce nose.
And not to get too technical, but that fade, like they faded out of that still frame, and that fade took like 20 minutes. I was like,
well, you had to see Beyonce. Now, and look, and like I said, this could have been trashy fun because the director of this is a guy named Steve Schill. Mm-hmm. Really, I think this guy has directed every show on HBO and regular television.
You were telling me he did Dexter,
Law and Order, The Tudors, Rome,
right?
Episodes of The Sopranos. He did. I think he produced the new Knight Rider. I mean, this dude has done like
everything.
Except the movie. Apparently, this is the movie, and so with this, it does have moments where it does feel like kind of a TV film because it doesn't look too expensive. But that's it's okay if you're having fun.
Yeah,
like I said, the beginning was fun. They kind of dropped the ball in the second half. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of like, man, I'm giving this kind of a fun, trashy matinee in the beginning. But after they just switch gears in this for the worse, I said, man, this is a rental.
Until when it becomes a superhero Beyonce film, not a very good one. I would give it a rental only because it is one of those films. It gets so ridiculous that it actually becomes really fun to watch just because how retarded it is. It's something if you saw on TV, you laugh your ass off. But I'd give it a rental if you were really bored and you really wanted to see Beyonce fulfill every black woman's fantasy, I guess. Rent it. Don't go out of your way for this.
It's too bad too that this couldn't have been better because Idris Elba, the main guy.
That guy was awesome. I was telling you, I was like, man, if they ever needed a black Green Lantern, that's the guy because I mean that guy definitely has some screen presence. And he was just a great actor to watch. I mean, he did every moment where Ali Larter's character was like, "But I love you," and he just like, "You shut up. You just shut." The guy was intense, and he pulled it off. Where I believed his character, and I was like, "Man, it's gonna suck. I want to see this guy like get out of this tough situation." And he never gets the chance, really.
Oh no, I mean
he doesn't get the opportunity in this film.
No, I mean look, he's a good-looking guy. He's got a lot of charisma, and even though they tried to oversell him as a nice guy, he himself sold it. I mean, he was real likable. Like he comes in, they say
he was the only one you cared about. Yes, he was the only one you liked. The only one. Him and his best friend.
Oh, Jerry O'Connell.
Jerry O'Connell. Those were like the only two guys you really liked, even though he wasn't the best of friends. He's letting them off.
He's sold him out, man.
Yeah, there's a scene where he's just drunk, where they have like I was telling you, Corey, like the cameraman looks drunk because the camera was all hazy. It wasn't so much from the character's point of view, but it was the cameraman's point of view. That dude looked fucked up too. But you see Jerry O'Connell's character, he's like, all right, man, I'll see you later. He lets his friend wander off.
Oh yeah,
he looked like he's about to drop dead. I mean, I don't know anybody who let their friend just attempt to walk back to their room in that really messed up state. But
yeah,
I was like, wow, what kind of friends? And along with that, you got that guy's secretary. Giving away information to the crazy temp chick throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The movie is also full of a bunch of cliches, man. You got the crazy stalker chick. You have the horny best friend who's itching to get you into trouble, and you have the gossipy gay office guy who is so stupid.
Gay as gay can be.
He just does.
I'm not supposed to talk to you because apparently I can lose my job because I hear you're crazy. But oh my God, there is no way you're ever going to steal him because you know what?
Oh yeah,
they're going away on vacation, and this is the time, this is the place, and she's going to have her kid over here. And
that guy
what
needs
the hell?
That guy needs to be fired because that guy that guy will give every bit of private information out on you if it's just gossip. Because the girl comes in, she's like, what does a girl have to do? Oh, what does she know? She says, do I have to buy you a drink to get all the juicy gossip around here? He's like, oh, okay. Sure thing. Let me get my coat.
You go in your Paul Lynn impersonation like me. Oh, let me tell you, girl. Buy me all the drinks you want. I'll talk for days.
What do you say? You want to break into his house? Well, I have his schedule right here. He's gone on Saturdays all day.
I have the key, girlfriend.
Here, take it. But, no, man. God. So, white women, rest easy because this movie's not going to make black women come out and want to beat the shit out of you like you think it is. It will not be Day of the Rampaging Black Women like you think it is.
Not at all. No, I think the group that we were with, there was a bunch of black girls, and all they said was, everyone in that goddamn movie was crazy.
Oh yeah, hey, black women are saying that,
Yeah, and they were laughing at it. So yeah, it's definitely a rental. It's something to be watched and laughed at, just for the hell of it. But
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I have to say the black people were surprisingly tame in this.
I have to tell you, Corey, I know when your people, if they're not in the theater like tearing up the seats and going nuts and screaming shit at the white woman, I mean. It can't be that effective. I'm sorry.
I know when the crazy black people are rooting for the crazy white woman.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah. Slap that Beyonce bitch. How dare she?
Beyonce, you ain't shit.
You ain't shit no more. I don't care who you're dating. Put on some makeup.
You said you wish we could be together.
Don't worry. I'll get my revenge.